Hey, I'm Seasick Steve. You watching Vision4Dreams TV, and go ahead and subscribe. It's all good.
Vision4Dreams TV today, here backstage at the Ritz with the legendary Seasick Steve. Just gonna have a chat with him just about the history and where he's up to now. So tell us a little bit about where you got started.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever got. I mean, I really got started on a Jules Holland show. I didn't really play. I mean, tried to play my music my whole life, but you know, like I started having kids back in the early '70s, so I mostly had to have like normal jobs, you know. And I had 5 boys. The only credit I got for myself is that I didn't quit playing.
Yeah.
Because there was nobody wanting me to play nowhere. So I think the biggest deal about me is that, you know, it only took like 50 years, but you know, so I think the thing is like that I've learned from this, and I didn't even know I was learning it, because you know, like if you love something like playing,
yeah.
I just played at home, you know, so I just, I guess it was more like a hobby that I didn't give up. And I had a million times I could have quit because it wasn't making me no living.
Yeah.
And just like, you know, really towards like, I was real sick. I had a heart attack. And that's when after that, like when I was like down on my knees with no money, and like maybe at the end of my life, I still played, and I made that Doghouse music in my kitchen, and that whole record cost me like nothing. I mean, it only cost me some money because they had to put it into like a, you know, make it like a CD.
Yeah, yeah.
But I made it in my kitchen on an old tape recorder, and nobody was looking for me, nobody was interested. But just the fact that I made that, and then all of a sudden it happened, and no business plan, no nothing, just not stopping. I think that's the only thing I can like claim any credit for, that I didn't quit. So like, if you got something that you believe in, you know, if you love it and you keep doing it, at the very least it's going to be your best friend.
Yeah.
But also look what happened to me, man. Like from nothing to being like, you know, whatever I am now.
And one of the things you noted for is some of the interesting instruments you played. It's almost homemade.
Well, this is pretty homemade.
Yeah.
Well, this one, I had a couple of them, but this one is just 2 hubcaps. And this hubcap is from an old car from the 30s called a Hudson Terraplane. And that boy, Jack White, gave me this.
All right.
But he just gave me the hubcap. And then all of a sudden, I didn't have the other one I had, and they asked me to play, so I had to make one. So I found another hubcap, and then this is a garden hoe. And then this is a barbecue spatula to hold the strings, and these are some bolts from an engine, you know, like I found out behind what you guys call a garage.
Yeah, yeah.
And then that's an engine bolt there too, and that's a beer can.
Yeah.
And this is a Christmas decoration. But you know, and I put a pickup on it, and it's a little bit funky.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know why you know, it's a little bit hard. You know, it's like, but I play them because they keep me a little bit like nervous.
Right.
You know, because this thing can fall apart at any minute.
So, you know, a lot of your instruments are like that, and it just fits in with your style, really. There's something raw and something just natural and earthy about it, just being assembled. And I guess it relates to the latest the album called Hubcap Music. So what's different on that now that you've got, that we should be hearing now?
Well, I don't know how different it is, but well, it's a little different because this John Paul Jones played on the whole record, you know, from the Led Zeppelin band and things. And so he played bass, so we have bass on a lot of songs. And then Jack White played on one song. And so there's a few more people, but I mean, I still doing the, I don't have too many other tricks, you know, I just doing my thing. But also at the same time, I just don't want to make the same record over and over again. So I'm trying to like, and I'm also just trying to do what I want, have some fun. Because if I don't do it now, I'm not exactly sure when it's going to be. You know, it ain't like I got the next 40 years ahead of me.
Well, I know you've played all the major festivals in the UK and you've toured around the world as well. What would you say are some of the things that stand out for you? Some of your highlights, some of your successes, things that are really memorable for yourself?
Just being able to walk out on the stage. You know, every time we walk out, even in a club like we're going to play tonight, the people are out there and want to hear it. It's just, it's like full dream-like. Because I spent my whole life with nobody wanting to listen.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and then, so that part is a little strange. You know, like you walk out in Glastonbury, there's 60, 70,000 people. It's like, you know, like you keep thinking someone's going to get the hook and pull you off, like, or you wake up from some funny dream you had thinking you was a pop star.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the most amazing experience to stand up there, and at the same time, because it's kind of late in the game, it's just a little dreamlike.
But you prove it's never too late though anyway.
Yeah, man. And that is true.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. I mean, if you would ask me this 6 years ago, I was a down and out fella, you know. I would have still said don't give up, you know, whatever it is you dream on, because then what else you got to do, man? If you don't got something to dream on, then you live in a pretty flat deal, you know. So I'm real happy my thing come true, but I think I also would have been all right just to keep playing, you know, because that's cool too. But it is nice that the thing turned all like surreal.
Yeah.
And so I'm all good.
So in the end, ultimately, would you say, what would be your inspirational message for all those people out there?
Just don't give up, man. Because if it's your dream and you give up on that, it's not the getting it come true part of it. It's the having the dream part. So like, you know, whatever it is, my dream was to play music, so I just never gave up playing. But like I said, it became my best friend. So your dream, I believe anyway, whatever it is, can be your friend too. And maybe it ain't going to be like exactly like you thought, but, you know, it's still yours. That's what I reckon.